In this video, I'll show you how you can create a blog with Blogger. I'm going to show you step by step what's needed to be done for you to create a Blogger, to add your first blog post and to publish it to the world. So let's jump into it and let's get started. So first you need to go to blogger.com. You can either search for it or just go to blogger.com. Now from here, you need to click sign in. It might already sign you in. It is going to use your Google account. So go ahead and sign in with Google. Now, once you've signed in, you may get this notice about cookies, but just ignore this for now because it's going to add the cookies automatically. The first thing you'll need to do is choose a name for your blog. I'm going to make a blog about, let's just say Thailand. So I'll just call this blog Thailand blog, just for simplicity, just to make things clear. So we're creating a blog about Thailand. I've called it Thailand blog. We can then click next. Now by default, you're going to have to register a .blogspot domain. This will be a subdomain of Blogger, and this has to be unique, unlike your name, which can be taken and you can use the same name multiple times. So I'm going to try and type out a URL which is available. So I'll type out here Thailand for beginners. That isn't available, so we'll try Thailand for rookies.blogspot.com. So Thailand for rookies.blogspot.com is available. We're going to click next. And how do you want your name to be displayed to readers? This is going to be your name. You are the person who will be publishing articles. I'm just going to put here Bradley. Then we'll click on finish. And now your blog will be processing and then it will be set up. Now what we can do from here is we can change the theme. We can start to add posts. You can then change the layout and change everything that you need to. You can even add a custom domain if you want to as well. I've made many videos on that. So what we'll do now is we'll first go to theme. So if you go to theme here on the sidebar, by default, this will be your default Blogger theme. You can go ahead and click downwards and you can change to the classic theme. Or if you go ahead and click customize, it will allow you to change the different background images and so on. So by default, you've got the background image. You've got here your main color theme. And then if you go to advanced, you've got your fonts and the color of your fonts. And you've got an about me section here as well. Now, if you didn't want this theme, you can change it to any of these others, and they have some themes that you can use. Now, just scroll through these and choose ones that you like. Some of these are from the early 2000s, so I wouldn't choose any of these basic ones, but go with a fairly updated one. I'm going to go with this one here, this Emporio one, because it allows us to show our blog posts here in a nice visual way. So we'll click on this, we'll customize it. I'll actually change this color theme to orange. I don't like this green. And I'm going to add a background image. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to Google. And if you need custom royalty-free background images, just go to Unsplash. So Unsplash is a website which allows you to download royalty-free images. I'll then search for Thailand beaches and we'll just see what comes up. So I'm going to click on this one. We'll download it for free. And then we'll just go ahead and click and download it. Then we can go to background image. You can then click upload image and we'll upload the image that we've just downloaded. It may say it is too big, so just make sure that it is 1800 by 1600. I'm going to download it in a different size by going to this arrow and we can then choose the size. Okay, so now we've got this on, we can now click done. We can change the alignment if needed. And obviously you don't have to have an image on here if you don't want to. But I'm going to just for the video because I'm going to show you some of these features that you can use. So once you're happy with it, make sure you click save in the bottom right hand corner. And now what we can do, we can start to create our posts. So now if you wanted to view it by any chance, you just go ahead and click on your Thailand blog here. Make sure you're on it and then scroll down and click view blog. And here you will see it. So here we've got our Thailand blog. Now here on the blog, you can see we've got the title. We've also got the profile here. If you wanted to remove this, you'd go to layout. And then here you'll see you've got your search bar, you've got your header, and you've got all of these other things here that you can add or delete. So I'm going to delete the about me section. So we're going to go ahead and just remove that. And we'll make sure that we save those changes. And now if we refresh this, this has now gone. I'm also going to get rid of the report abuse, show this widget, we'll uncheck that and save it. Now we should not have anything in the sidebar. Now, obviously we don't have anything on the blog at all. Now we need to start creating posts. So here if we go to posts, you'll see all of your existing posts. You can manage them. But for now, you want to go to new post and here you can write your first post. So I'm going to write something like the 5 best beaches to visit when in Thailand. Now, what you can do, you can go ahead and start to write out your article. I'm not going to bore you by writing an article, but I'm going to show you how you can do the very basic things. So first we'll add an image. So we'll click insert image. We can upload from Google Photos, from Blogger, or from URL. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download an image, and we'll download this one here. So again, this is on Unsplash. We're going to download this image to the computer, and we can then go ahead and upload it. And this should then be used as the featured image as our blog post. So here's our image. What we're going to do is make this extra large. So there we go. And then above this, I'm just going to click enter a couple times, and then maybe you want to write some text above it. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to look like first. So what I'll do is we'll click preview and we'll start to build it out as we preview it. So here you can see you've got your blog post. So the 5 best beaches to visit when in Thailand, and you've got the image. So maybe I want up here, you must visit these beaches in Thailand. And then what we'll do is we'll highlight this text, and you've got all of your text tools up here. I'm going to change it to a major heading. And what I'm going to do is highlight it and change the font here with the font type. And we'll just change it to Arial, and then just bring that photo down a little bit. Now, if we click enter, we can start to write the blog post. So I can put here like beach number 1, let's just say like Patong Beach, which isn't a number 1 beach in Thailand. If you've been to Thailand, you'd know. I'm just using this as an example. We're going to make this a heading, and then obviously you would write out your blog post, making sure that this isn't bold, making sure that you've got paragraph text written here. Now, obviously you can write out your blog post and write that out however you need to. Now, I'm going to just write out a blog post from ChatGPT. So we'll just paste this in once it generates it. So here is our blog post. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all this, and we'll paste in the article from ChatGPT. Now that is a horrible looking font. So we're going to highlight all of this. We're going to then change the font to Arial, and we're going to bring it down to paragraph here. So the formatting is a little bit off because it is copied straight out of ChatGPT. Obviously, that is something you would have to consider, is the formatting. But you can go through your article and you can format this however you need. So like I would make sure you highlight the points, make these points like subheadings, and then where it needs to be bullet points, you can highlight those. You can change it by going to more options, and you could add in, let's say, bullet points here. And you get what I mean, right? You can format your text as needed. Obviously, make sure the spaces between the images and the text is good, and obviously go through, format what needs to be formatted. What I would also do when creating good blog posts, I would make sure that you add relevant images so the reader understands what you're talking about and they can see it visually. So this needs to be a subheading, and then we'll get rid of highlights, and what we'll do is we'll make this bullet points. Now you can see obviously the blog post is starting to come together. Just ignore all of this below it because I don't really have time to do this on video. But once you've created your blog post, you can preview it by clicking preview, but I'm just going to publish this straight away and click confirm, and it's then going to publish this blog post. We can come back and edit this and update this later by clicking on it, and then you'll go back into the editor. Now though, let's go back to our blog and let's go and check it out. So here we are. We'll scroll to the bottom, we'll click view blog, and here is our blog. So we've got the 5 best beaches to visit when in Thailand. Now, regretfully, I don't think this image should be on the background. And if that's the case with you, no worries, go back and change it. So we'll go to theme, we'll go customize, and we'll remove this background image. And this is the thing about Blogger, you can go back, you can change it however you want. And if you're new to blogging, just go and have a play around with it and change the settings, refresh, and then see what it looks like. You can see this is much, much better. Now, as you start to populate your blog, it will put them in the relevant spaces. Now, remember, if you want the sidebar, go to layout, and here you'll see you've got your sidebar and you can add relevant things. So maybe you wanted to display your profile. Now, we did get rid of it before, but maybe you want to re-add it and then save. And this is all trial and error. There's no right or wrong way to do things. But everything that you can access will be on the sidebar here. And you just need to check it, uncheck it, and then view your blog, see how this looks. So there you go. We've now got a profile down here. You can obviously go and add your profile picture, and you could do that in, I assume, the settings. So let's just go and try and edit that. So we'll go settings, and then at the bottom here, edit profile. There we go. And you can go and upload your profile picture. So I'll choose a file and I'll upload one of me. So there we go, we'll upload this one. This should then add to the profile section. Now again, you have to look through any settings. It should be fairly easy. So this isn't updating because it says invalid image for me. I think the image is too big, but you do need to have a play around with it. You need to kind of like take care with your blog, make sure that everything is done slowly, make sure that everything looks good. But those are the basics really. I mean, you've now published your blog and it could rank on Google. With a .blogspot domain, it's not very likely to rank for anything competitive, but you can go into the settings and you can add a custom domain. If you go to settings, you can go to custom domain and add a custom one. I've made videos on how you do that. But overall, that's a general overview about Blogger. That's how you can use it to create a blog. I hope this video inspired you and I hope you try and make your own blog. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.